Good Sunday evening. I hope you are all well. Get myself up here so I can see the comments as they come in. This is Card Creating with Jean. My name is Jean Ducro, and I am a Stampin' Up! Independent demonstrator. And tonight is Sunday night, where we get together and have some fun making cards, or maybe making boxes or doing other projects. But anyway, so if this is the first time that you are watching me, and this is live, please hit the like button and comment. Because if you comment, I will put you in our drawing that we will have for one of the cards that I make tonight. The drawing will be on Tuesday evening. If you are watching this on YouTube, make sure to click over to Facebook, and it's under Card Creating with Jean, the same as it is on Facebook, and you can watch me live and also get into the drawings. But if you like to just check in once in a while on YouTube, you can click the thumbs up, and you can subscribe by clicking on the little bell. So I think that's my main announcement regarding that. So, hi Carrie, thank you for popping on. It's good to see you. Hi Carol, good to see you too. I hope you both had a wonderful Valentine's Day. I went to the garden expo with my daughter and her husband yesterday, so I spent a lovely afternoon and part of the morning doing that. Oh, thanks for sharing, Carol. I appreciate that. And bought a number of things for the garden, and now I'm always anxious for spring to come so I can get out there and dig around in the dirt and put all the garden ornament things that I bought. I bought a birdhouse and several of those little plant tender things, you know, that have a little figure on the top of them. And I also bought a large, what would it be, a crane that has light in the back of it for a solar light, and at night it will light up inside of it, and it's got little mini lights, I think, on the inside. So I'm anxious to see what that's going to look like. Aw, that's wonderful, Carol. Glad you got some flowers. I had to go buy my own. I went down to the garden shop, or the florist shop on Friday, and picked out the flowers to bring home and made an arrangement, and then took them to church today to have on the altar, and then brought them home again. But Rick says, I can't buy you any flowers. You bought them yourself. I said, well, that's the way it goes, I guess. That's one way of getting what you want. Thanks, Carrie, for sharing. I appreciate it. So I think that's all I did yesterday. Yeah, when I got home, I ate lunch, and I didn't even come downstairs. I didn't do anything in my craft room yesterday, which is very unusual for me. So today after church, I didn't get home until late because I had to reset the altar table for Lent, and that took a while after church to redecorate that, tear down and redecorate. So. Oh, I love orange roses. Oh, I bet you they were beautiful. Too bad you can't post us some pictures. That would be lovely. So anyway, I got a handle on what I wanted to do tonight when I was at Shar's on Thursday night to Friday. Got to play around with the Easter set, and got a couple things planned. And I think that's probably about it. And today I finished up getting ready, and I did a mess of die cutting, so that I'm going to do a class in this, but I haven't set the date yet. I have to look at my calendar because I'm going to, beginning the end of this month, start with my cataract surgery on the 25th, and then 2 weeks later is the other one. So probably going to try to maybe squeeze it in between. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I do want to get it in sometime next month. It'll be a class to go, and I will order. It'll probably have the paper in with the pack, and we'll see what else I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. But it's a fun set. I wasn't sure how I was going to like it, and I do like it a lot. The DSP is very heavy, and the shiny side seems like it almost has a plastic coating on it. So I have discovered that when you do use it for cutting a die, you need to use your glass plates, or whatever these are, acrylic plates, for both the top and the bottom sandwich. If you have the magnetic plates, it isn't going to work. It just will not cut through on the magnetic plate. I think the magnetic plate has too much give to it, too much softness to it, so that the die doesn't bite through the paper. I came home and tried to cut out one of the baskets with the paper, the DSP, this DSP, which is shiny on one side. I could not do it if I used the magnetic plate. Even with putting an extra piece of paper on top of the plate and running it through, it wouldn't cut. But just doing it on the acrylic plates, no problem whatsoever. Went right through. So note to you guys, in case you do use that quite a bit and you are planning on getting the set or have gotten the set. So anyway, I'm ready to turn the camera down and let's get started on these two cards. Oh, and I'm going to change my glasses so I can see what I'm doing. There. Okay, let's flip the camera. Alrighty. As you can see, I got some of the stuff out. Is it going to hold? And where? Oof, that's too high up on the table. I'll bring it forward there. Okay. So the set comes with these cute stamps and the dies, and there's a basket die that I have in my basket over here for creating our first card. And I love these dies. They're really nice. So you get this is the one that has the little stripes or the bands for weaving through the basket, and grass. And then this is like a decoration that can be put below the basket. And then you got two rabbits that are straight on, and then the one that's sideways. This one reminds me of the chocolate bunnies that have the big ears. And a couple of flowers. So you've got one that you would stamp and die cut, and this is also one that you would stamp and die cut. These are standalone dies here, and those would be for flowers and a bow. And this is a little chick, and an Easter egg, and the carrot. So the paper, you get two sheets that have this, the 6 background paper, and we are going to use that for our first card. And then there's like the egg, and then on the back side is the weave for basket weave. There's a stripe pattern which has a nice brown, I don't know what you call that little figure, but it's great for a background. This is the same thing, except in color and much larger. The back of that is this. And this is a really pretty floral. And this has a really soft, balmy blue print on the back. I think this would be lovely for a little... If you use just a section of it, it'd be great for a baby shower, or welcome to a baby. And then there's a print like so that has this plaid on the back. I think that's it. The colors that are used in this are, let's get this out, balmy blue, crumb cake, lemon lolly, peach pie, pretty in pink, and shy shamrock. So our first card we are going to use one of these easy backgrounds. I'm not sure which one that we should use, but I do have the Shy Shamrock and the Pretty in Pink for the layers. So I've got an 8.5 by 5.5 Shy Shamrock scored at 4 1/4. And then a piece of Pretty in Pink that is, let's see, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So it just gives you a small little border around. So is there one of these four that you like that we can use? While you're sending me which one you like. These two are the same, but one has a pink sky and one has a blue sky. And then the oval ones here, the one with the little chick, and then this one. You let me know which one and we will cut into that. While you're deciding, this is some ribbon that goes with the set, a little balmy blue and white gingham ribbon, which is just really sweet. It is 1/4 of an inch in width. And then the embellishments are these cute little guys. So you get the lemon lolly, balmy blue, and then these little tiny little eggs that are pink and Pretty in Pink. No, what am I saying? That's not right. Yeah, Pretty in Pink. Didn't sound right. And white. They got little different designs. Some are check and some have a swirly design on them. They're cute. As you see, I haven't used any of those yet, but I have of the yellow. So, anybody have a decision at which one they like me to cut into? Pink Sky. I can do that. Okay. Actually, I'm going to leave this one. And I can take it off of this one. I'll turn it around, Gene. Let's get the right dimensions here. So I'm going to want 4, but I'm going to bring it up to 4 1/2 because I think, yeah, let's try that. I'm going to want to take a little bit off here. Yeah, it's too much off. I need to take a little bit more off the bottom. Let's take an 1/8 of an inch and see what that does. So I want it at 4. That's good. Okay. And then I want to do 5 1/4. There's a larger white border over here. Let's see how that looks. That's taking a lot off. Let's go down to, yeah, I'm just gonna, I don't want to lop off this orange flower, and I would be there. Let's get it right to the edge. There. And now, can I get 5 1/4? Oh, I'm still going to cut off part of an orange flower. Oh well, I'm going to do it. And then you have these little pieces that you can use elsewhere. Okay. So obviously we're going to be using this card as in landscape. So we'll take and run my bone folder over this. That's better. And we'll add this on right away. And high, lower I guess I missed you popping on, and even though you were the one that gave me the pink sky one, didn't pay attention to who said the suggestion. That wasn't too good. Okay, now you can see how this starts to curl when you cut into it. Whatever you do when you put glue on this, make sure you get it to the edge so it doesn't curl up when you have it on the card. And I think I'm going to use the put one across the middle too. Okay, good start. Now let me get the rest of this out. We are going to be using the little bunny and the chick. Happy Easter for the front. And the inside I'm going to use Sending Flowers and Sunshine. That is from the Woolly Friends set. Okay, now I went ahead and cut out the basket using that nice pattern. And this, what problem I was having is I couldn't get these separated if I used it on the magnetic board. Just didn't work. Hang on to that scrap because there's some good pieces on the back that you could cut, fussy cut. Okay, get this out of the way. Yeah, put this up here so I don't lose it. And we're gonna do a little weaving on this. So I have the pieces cut, and I don't necessarily have to use them all, but oh, come on, fingers work here. And I just find this goes together fairly easy using the cardstock. Oh, not too far. There we go. I'm just going to slide it all the way to the top. That's about as far up as it will go. I think we'll take the green one next. And then I'm just going to do the opposite. I mean, you guys know how to weave, I'm sure. And I like that the die, when you cut out the paper for these strips, gives you a whole bunch of them. You might want to have different colors, but you get a good selection of them. I don't know how many are on the die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You get 8 strips, so you can use all one color on the basket, or you can use different colors. That's about as tight as it will go. Let's see. Yellow. That's what you don't want to do. Oh, that's okay. We're going to put some grass over the top of that, so you're not going to know. So little stubborn one. I did it before when I tried on the top, just trying to get it, the paper to cut when I used the magnetic board. Come on. Turkey. I said it was so easy, didn't I? There we go. I'll have to see if I want to. Let's see if we can get the blue in. I might not want to try the orange. Well, see, get it over to the slot. I thought it might be easier going this direction, but I guess not. This blue is the one that I had a hard time getting to come out of the die, because I was using the magnetic one and I just didn't want to cut completely, unfortunately. Okay, that one's easy. Yeah, too far. There we go. Oh, I got it, but I don't think I can. Pull it back. I'm about ready to pull this one out. It's always when you're online. I'm telling you. There it is. I think I've got a long piece. There we go. Got it now. Oh, yeah, right. That's it. Going in with the orange. Ay, ay, ay. That poor blue was just pretty bent. Come on. there's a method, I guess, to this that maybe I haven't figured out. I just put it just slightly past the line. That's too much. There. Ta-da! Okay, bring this up. And I've actually not been gluing them. You could if you want to. Okay, so now we got that. We're going to take some green grass. You're not going to see a whole lot of that, and that's going to go over the top of it. But first, I think, well, maybe I'll put a little touch of glue. And then we're going to trim off the ends. It's just a okay. There we go. One basket. And now I think I'm going to take a little light Shy Shamrock. I don't have a brush for it to do to add any color on, so we're just going to try brushing on some of the light Shy Shamrock just to give it a little light Shy Shamrock. Jean, that's dark. It's just going to be ever so slight. A little glue across the bottom here. Put our grass across the bottom here. It's got to come over a little bit. Oh. There. I think it's going to go on here like so. But we are going to add some stuff. So let's do a little of this. I'm going to do a little stamping here. I lost my bow. Okay. I'm going to use the early espresso for the two bunnies. We're going to do one on the inside and one on the outside. I can get this lined up good. I think if I put it against the white here, I'll have a better chance. Like so. Hopefully you're able to see that. Oh yeah. Oops. I have a little glue on my finger. It's a little bit close on the one side, but we can trim it off a little bit. Okay, and then on the little chick, I experimented today with that one and found that the crushed curry looks best for the outline of it. Let me see. Get that under here. Okay, so crushed curry and our little chick. I tried the pecan pie, and I tried what is the other yellow? The darling duckling. It just wasn't enough, but this is. And then we'll color those in. I'm going to do the beak and peach pie, and this is the dark one. I'm going to take the dark lemon lolly. Just going to put a line on top of his head here, over the top of his beak, under his chin, and on the bottom of his belly. And the rest I will do in the light lemon lolly. Like so. Oh, the chick is ready. Now these guys, I didn't, on my original, I did not put any coloring on, and I'm just wondering if it would look a little bit better with some shading on it. So, there. Let's see. This is dark pecan pie. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take the light pecan pie and do the eyeballs so they're just a little bit darker here on the chick. There, that looks better. Let's see how this looks. This is the light pecan pie. Just coloring in that back ear, a little bit on the bottom of the ear, bottom of his foot, and around. Oh, I guess I kind of got this foot off, didn't I? Oh well, that's fine. Just to give him a little something. Okay. Now, I want to arrange the rabbit in here with some of these eggs. Now, as you can see, they're not all round. Some of them are on the edge of the paper, but when we put them in here, you're never going to know the difference. So, I am going to add some more grass on the top. Add these here someplace. Oh, good thing I've got a cup full of them over here. And we'll put a little bit of grass in here. So I think I'm just going to run a little bit of glue across the top here. Okay. Put the bunny in here just for reference purposes. Probably should take this off. So if I start gluing. Might need to cut out a couple more. I think the little ones need to go. Let's do it this way. Tall ones, little ones. Yeah, I gotta look at how I did it. Okay, I did the bunny, and then the. All right, we're gonna put the bunny on here first. Get something tacked on here, and I'm gonna use this one whose front paw is kind of not quite all there. All right. All right. Actually, the way this is on this side or over here, maybe over here. All these little eggs, they've got the little bit of gold foil on them. There. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh. The glue does not grab as quickly on that shiny paper. Okay, I've got a bow here that I want to put right here in the center. I'd like to do a little coloring on it just to give it a little something. We're going to try the dark Pretty in Pink to see how that looks. I think that's going to be fine. Just going over the lines that are on the bow, and then a little down here. And slide there. Just going to put the glue in the center section on the tails and on the center so that we can kind of bring this forward a little bit. Gives it a little more life. Okay, now to put the basket on, I am going to put some dimensionals on the back. And on the, put a little on here. I love the edges on the mini because it's so thick, wide. You can, well, okay, be that way. Put you on that way. Okay. Should have put one behind his little head. I'll just put a little one back there. There. Keep them in place. All right. We need a sentiment, and that's going to be the Happy Easter. I've got a piece of a strip of cardstock. I think it's a 1/2 inch. It is. And I'm just going to stamp it down at one end, and then we'll cut it, and we'll see where we're going to put it on there. I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to try stamping off to see how that's going to look. I don't like it. I guess I'm going to get out the pretty in pink. See if that's going to be dark enough. I'll give that one a try. That's better. There. And I'm just going to trim this right here. I think we're just going to attach this like so. So put a little glue on the one end and dimensionals on the other. What do you think? See, look good there? I am just going to cut out a couple more of these Easter eggs, and that is going to go on the inside. I don't know if I should pop him up or not. I don't think so. Let's see, I'm going to try to use this one. It's got just a little edge. And this one as well. Let's see how this looks. least with eggs, they're easy to spicy cut. Just a round circle. Right? Okay. Over here, kind of between the flowers. Oh. Can't tell if he's straight. Yeah, he is. Okay. Now for the inside. Well, I had a piece of white here. Where do you suppose it went? It's on the floor. This is another one that I had made to try out. That's using the oval. That one we aren't doing tonight, but I thought I'd show it to you while I stamp the sentiment on the inside. Gads, I got a mess here. Well, this one's got flirty flamingo. Good grief. But it looks okay. I like this sentiment. I like the font and how thin the lines are on the letters. Okay. Well, I'm just burning through this grass like there's no tomorrow here. I'm going to put another thing of grass. Get my chocolate bunny here. Add him to the bottom. And I like that sentiment, Easter's on its way. It's cute. I was looking at the list of what's in stock and what isn't before I went on. There is a few things on there. Oh, for Pete's sakes, I did it the wrong direction. Were you guys yelling at me? Oh, gosh. I've been very used to doing the cards the other direction. Good, now I can use the right color for the... I guess the flirty flamingo would have been fine. Alright, can I get this guy out? I don't want to have to stamp him again. I get it. I will have to use this for something else. Or not. I see I got a smudge on it. Glad I made a bunch of extras. Oh, I'll get a head start on the class. Looks like I'll be cutting some more. Okay, try this again. Okay. Golly. Don't know if we should make another card at this rate. Okay, so the paper that I'm putting inside here, the white cardstock, is 4 by 5 1/4. There. Oh, golly, that was a rough one. Let's see, what can we put on here? I think we're going to put the embellishments on the inside. There's so much going on the front. There. Glad you could join us, Shar. Thanks for sharing. I think that's what you wrote. Oh. Okay. What time is it? Gads. That took a long time. We can see how this one goes. Same cardstock. This time I cut this out using the crumb cake, and I'm using the back side of this for our front. And I'm going to glue these two together right away. It's going to go on here like so, and I think I'm going to use my stamp and seal. Shar, I think I left my cover for my scissors down on the table. I thought I had stuck it back in my little thing that I carry all my glue and stuff in, but the cover that goes over this is probably sitting down there on the table. Okay, got lots of little flowers we're going to put together on this one. I think this one hopefully will go faster. Alright, and I can just go ahead and put this on. I love the color combination of that Shy Shamrock with the Balmy Blue is really pretty. And for this, I'm going to go back to the mono glue. Okay, put that over to the side. Grab our, here we go again. Maybe I'll have better luck this time. And I think we'll see how good it goes. It's the blue ones that I'm having the problems. Maybe I should put that in first when I've got plenty of room here to maneuver it through. Yep. In there. If they all go in that easy, huh? Okay. Come on. There we go. I want to make sure that I get these two colors since that's what's in the paper. Oh, Jean, opposite way. Pink, maybe? Okay, let's try the yellow. Get to that fourth one and it gets hard. Woohoo! Oh, just a little. Hot diggity, got it. Okay, just kind of stretch these out a little bit better. There, that looks pretty good. Okay. I'm going to add the grass again on the top up here. So I'll just put some glue up here. Alright, and just add a little bit of glue here on the ends. those off. And then I'm going to put this little, I don't know what to call it, bunting, maybe. We're going to put that right across here. Guess I could have only put 3 of these on. Okay. And we're going to put some flowers in here. I think I'm going to... Oh, let's do a little coloring here, and I forgot to do the coloring on this. All right. Okay. I'll do a little bit on these guys too. Not much. That doesn't even look like it's showing up. Let's go with the dark. And then I'm going to do the same on the flowers. Dark up here, and I'm just going to go on the petal where the little dots are, and then on the cup I'm going to do an outline. Let's see, the dark yellow. And dark peach pie. We're going to take a mini glue dot and we're going to, where'd the little guy go that for the center of him? I gotta grab another one of those. Mini glue dots. I think it looks cute with them popped up. Oh goodness. There. All right. I'm going to pop up the basket again. I'm trying to leave this open because I'm going to be putting the flowers in there. Now the stem. One more on here. Yes, no, nope, I don't. One over here. I think it's just going to be easier to put the flowers on here once I have it on the card. Okay. That's where the fifth one was on my finger. Okay. Flowers. Now, how do we want to arrange these? Maybe the pink. Yeah, I think so. Try to bend these a little bit. Just kind of curl these petals up just slightly. And then just put glue on the back of the head of the daffodil. Okay. There. Put that one back. There it was. All right. Now the sentiments. I have a small piece. I think this was 3/8 of an inch. Yeah. Yep, 3/8 of an inch, and we are going to stamp "Hello Spring" on here. Oh, I could have kept on there. And I'm going to do it in the Shy Shamrock. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to angle cut it. Oh goodness. Glue on my scissors. Okay. And then I cut a piece of the Shy Shamrock, and I think this is 1/2 inch. Yep, it's a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to glue this on here so that it has on the 3 sides here, the top, the left, and the bottom, the same edge all the way around. So I'll just glue that on. Put that up there so it's out of the way. And then I'm just going to cut on the angle again, about the same width. Okay. And then I'm going to add a couple of mini glue dots onto the back here. Let's see. Right up on the, this will be on the top corners. And we're going to glue this on the top of the basket. Like so. And then I'm going to take a little bit of ribbon and we're going to tie a little bow. Sorry. Hang on a second. My friend Walt. I hope that wasn't too loud. Oh, that's awfully close. Far from the end. Let's get a little bit closer. You're going to put a bow there on that little, in the center here. Okay. Good ribbon scissors out here. Put that up there. Ribbon scissors, ribbon cover. Okay. Glue that. There, and then I want to take those embellishments and we're going to take the little yellow ones and go across here with them. These are like candies almost. They're so thin. They must be made of plastic or something. I don't know. The last one I made, I only put a few of the dots on because I had the bow down lower. But I thought it was a little leggy there with the flowers. Okay, inside. Ay, ay, ay. Is, I gotta look at my sample. Do it in the right direction here. We're, oh, I know what we're doing. Happy Easter. And I'm gonna do a have the best day, and that's from the the one with the dogs on it? Cutest Crew. I knew it was something crew. They're straight. And that doesn't look like it's on there right. Let's get that lined up a little bit better. One letter, one letter. Okay. There. Okay. There we go. And that little piece that was off the back of that other one, I think we're going to put that across the top here. Just to add a little something. I'm going to try putting it on with the mono glue. Leave a little tiny edge of white. The inside, this white cardstock is 4 by 5 1/4. There. I'll put that in, and we are done with the second one. Whew. And there's still so many more things that we could do with this set. I haven't used the big bunny dies, and I haven't used the other flower dies. Like I did on this one, I added some flowers in there. Still could do that on this one. But I think we've gone long enough. And you're probably saying, yes, we have. I hear ya. Oh my gosh, do I have a mess here on my desk? Okay, now for our drawing. If you recall, we made a box the other night. Oh, there was the one that I was looking for. Okay. And it was the box that I gave to my daughter for Valentine's Day. So I said that I would give you a piece of that Lunar Luster paper that is coming out in March. So you get a freebie ahead of time. And that is this right here. Oh, and I should show you. So these are the two that we made. Here are my samples, and this is the one that I made that was on one of the other different panels. But I thought, well, let's make it be a choice of what we could do tonight. So these two are mine. No, those three are mine. Okay, put these down for the drawing next Tuesday. And this is what we're drawing for. And I got my list here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers in there, and that's what we got for the drawing. Okay. Thanks, Shar. I'm glad you guys like them. Thanks, Lori. Thanks, Carol. It is Carol Frumstad. I will be sending you this lovely paper that you can either cut up and use on a couple cards, or, so this is 8.5 by 5.5, and I just scored it at 4 1/4. So it'll fit in an envelope for you. And I'm glad to send it to you. Put away. Let me see. Yeah, congrats, Carol. I'm just gonna flip over to the Stampin' Up site here quick, and I'm gonna tell you what is on not available right now. The Ladybug Garden Epoxy Shapes, those are the little embellishments. Those will be available the week of April 27th. The Moody Palette Glossy Dots, I can't talk, April 13th. And then there's a bunch of the blends that aren't available. So if you're ordering any of those, you might find they aren't available right now. I mean, they're most of them are going to be back either March 30th or April 6th, it looks like. On display stamp set is to be determined. That's the one that's got the bookshelf with all the little things. Let me see. Faith Collections dies. That's the one that's got the cross on it. Textured Notes dies. It's the one that's on the last chance list. That one is March 2nd. Sweet Bugs dies March 2nd. Woolly Friends Builder Punch, so it's just the punch, April 20th. So that would affect any of those bundles or suites. Let's see, low inventory, anything that is brand new. Made with Love Suite, but now that Valentine's is over, you might not be using that. And the loose Valentine's assortments, those little hearts and what have you that you could use as shaker cards. Boy, they have a lot, and then they have a bunch of ink and blends that are on low inventory too. Interesting. Let's see, low inventory paper, Country Woods, Thoughtful Journeys, Summer Splash, Peach Pie, but those are going to be going off, I think, right? Summer Splash, was that? I think that's from 2 years ago. The Beautiful Bouquet 6x6 paper. And I think that's probably about it. Everything else is some older, things that are in the regular annual catalog. So let me turn you guys down to see me again. There. Oh, not enough. There we go. So anyway, that it should do it, and I will see you guys on Tuesday night. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. We'll see. Maybe I'll make something else with the set using the other dies, some bunnies and stuff like that. We'll see what we can do. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. I really super appreciate it, and thank you for sharing. And I will see you on Tuesday night. Thanks. Bye-bye.